He said, what's going on today? You got all these little cuts going on. What are you making?
A toe kick. You have a kitchen.
Yep.
Okay, and this is the best way I can describe it. You have a counter, right? Your base cabinet.
At least two.
Yes, and you have a countertop, right?
Yep.
So think about your toes and how you need to access your upper cabinets.
Yep.
Okay, and reach on and work on there. Your toes need that space. Okay, and until you go up to something that doesn't have a toe kick, you'll realize, okay, something's awkward here.
Right.
Your foot may not go all the way in, but it does, you have to have it.
So you're not leaning over everything, you're kind of closer. Okay,
So-
yeah, that makes sense.
The other thing too is there's a couple different ways of building cabinets. The way I'm going to teach you for the base cabinet is we make the base cabinet just like we made that upper wall cabinet. Okay? And we do what is known as an external toe kick.
Okay.
Okay? Now, you'll see integral toe kicks where the base cabinet, they build a toe kick into it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but when you're installing like a kitchen or an office space, okay, I've always done external toe kicks because in a box, you know, that's 600 millimeters deep, okay, and yay high, what's easier to level? A 3 or 4 inch toe kick. So I always like to level my kicks, and it's so much easier, and then build my boxes on top of it.
Makes sense.
Okay, so I'm just gonna show you the basics of building a toe kick.
Let's do it. All right, so Sedge, what size is it gonna be?
Okay, first let's talk about the plywood.
Okay.
Okay, this is just scrap. That's why I don't really throw away a lot because I know I'm gonna be building kicks or whatever. So no one's ever gonna see this, is what I'm getting at.
Right.
If we look at this, a typical toe kick is, I'm gonna do this, okay, I just use metric a lot, okay?
No.
A typical toe kick, if you look it up, and let's do this in imperial so you see, is 3 inches tall, 75 millimeter.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay, and it can vary in depth between 90 millimeter to 100 millimeter, 3.5 inches to 4 inches, or 3 inches high, 75 millimeter.
Okay.
Now, I'm building this for a particular row of cabinets that are 400 millimeters deep, okay? And I wanted to elevate it a little extra, so instead of 75 millimeter, I'm doing 100 millimeter
Okay.
by 100 millimeter of depth.
Oh,
Okay. So I needed to make my pieces, and you'll see how I did this, but I just ripped these two pieces at 100 millimeter in height.
Okay.
Okay, and then I ripped all of this scrap plywood out of 100 millimeter. And the only thing we're gonna do now is make a bunch of L's.
Let's do it. All right, so how are we gonna put these things together?
Okay, so we're gonna use a crown stapler. Have you ever used a pneumatic nail gun or a staple gun?
No.
Okay, so there's a few things I gotta tell you. Some of it's safety,
Okay.
some of it is tool maintenance.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're gonna be using, to build this toe kick, we're gonna be using 1.25 inch staples, okay? This is how I choose the length. As we put this together, we're gonna be doing that, and it's gonna recess just a little bit. I don't wanna blow through.
Okay.
So I chose 1.25 inch, but this is 18 millimeter plywood, so this is 36 millimeter doubled up, okay?
Gotcha.
Roughly 1.5 inches. Okay, so whenever you grab a nail gun, always remember this. This is not a joke, because this is a loaded weapon. Okay, there's some safety things built in where you can't fire this until this nose cone here is, then you can cycle it on.
Okay.
All right, to load it, I'm just gonna take it like this, pull it back. The crown staple goes in here like this. And I always do this. This is not an oilless gun, some are oilless, but I always put, and you don't need a lot, 1 or 2 drops in there, okay?
Okay.
And when I put air on there, what this does is I'm always, when I put it on, that air just blows through there and spreads that oil.
Oh, good.
Sometimes I'll do it where when I put it away, I'll drop a couple drops of oil in there as well.
Okay.
A lot of people are unaware that you need to oil your guns. We're going to build what I call the innards of this.
Okay.
And we're going to build L's because we're not going to shoot from the front. We're going to shoot from inside as we build this.
Okay.
That way there, you won't see any of the crown staples from the outside. Not that you're going to notice because eventually I'll probably re-laminate the whole run.
Okay.
But this is just the way I grew up, learned how to build a kick. I like to use glue just to give it a little extra strength. I'm just going to lay a quick bead on there. I'm just going to take my kick material, and as I do this, now your hand doesn't stay here.
Okay.
It's back here. You have your gun, and it's just one. I'm just going to feel that right there, and there's two. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm going to do this side real quick. Just make sure you're putting it on the right edge. Just a quick one like this. And once again, this is just scrap material.
Okay.
And you'll never see this, but I'll just shoot it like this and like this. And that's nice and strong because that's going to go inside the kick, and you'll see that.
Oh,
so we
cool.
got, as I did my layout, we got about 9 of these.
All right, so we got these. What's next?
Okay, so this is what we're going to look at down at the toe kick. So this is our pre-finished piece.
Much prettier.
Much prettier. So we don't want to, the reason we built these is because when we attach these, it's going to be from the back side.
Okay.
Okay, and when I said I did a little bit of layout, this is roughly 2,200, or no, 2,020 in length. Okay. In Imperial, it's 79.5 inches. That's my run on the toe kick.
That's what I was going to say.
So 1,100 is your center. You want to have as much, a cabinet, the cabinet that sit on here, I did a rough measurement. So I'm going to space my my L brackets every 250 millimeter, or roughly. It doesn't have to be exact. No one will ever see this, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do one here, just rough, one at about 750 here, 800, okay? And I just space them apart because I know the size of my cabinets are X amount in width. So these are just quick reference marks. And what I'm going to do is, because we're going to attach these with crown staples as well, I'm just going to put a little glue here like this.
Okay.
And just put it like this. I'm going to get my nail gun over here. And once again, the critical part here, you know, I could put it like, no one's ever going to see this, but I just like to put it on the end here like this. And I'm just going to shoot a couple, just like this. Okay? And you can put as many as you want, but the critical part is here and here.
Okay.
Okay? The next part here is we're going to take all of this and put it on the back piece.
Okay.
No one will ever see it. Yeah, this is that pre-finished. Okay? I'm going to put a little glue on here like this. Boom, boom, boom. Just like this. All right. There we go. And now we're going to take this, and I'm going to have you bring that piece over, D.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to bring it right on in.
Okay.
Set it right down here, just like this. Okay. Now we're going to take this, boop, just like this, and put it on. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to eyeball that. I'm going to come down here. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to tack this one in down here, like this. Okay, I'm going to come in and tack this, making sure that that's at the right height. Okay, boom, boom. And then what I'm going to do, and you see how there's really no real rhyme or reason on this kit. I'm going to take this one. See how we have a slight offset here? Just like this. I'm going to make sure that's on there like this. Boom. Okay, I'm at a 90. All right, and then I'm going to have you do, but here's the critical part, remember. Okay, go ahead. You're going to fire here, and you're going to fire here. Good. Same thing with this one. And the reason I had you tack it on this side, okay, because we're going to flip this over now, just like this. Hang on. I'll twist it around.
Oh, wow.
And you're just going to come along and do 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. All right, let's fire them up. Okay, so there you have it. There's your toe kick. And let's rotate it.
Okay.
We're gonna take it like this and rotate it because this is our front. Yes, there's a lot of structure in here, but we don't know what somebody's gonna put in those cabinets.
Sure.
So you wanna have plenty of shear strength and plenty of support. And this is all you really have to level when we install this. So as we always say,
Be positive.
and stay sharp.